chances are we could see sub.
Entirely depends on the character. I mean, the second we get to see whatever the picks have been here, it just gives us that extra little bit of information, because it just comes down to whether Makoran hates the matchup. If he hates the matchup with Scarlet, he will pick Cetrion. But Scarlet has always been his best character. I think he's very aware of that too. There are just some matchups that maybe he deems so bad, he just doesn't even want to try. And Cetrion does bring a certain level of similarity, you know, and it depends. Yeah, Sub-Zero. So I can only imagine does not like fighting Sub as Scarlet and prefers it as Cetrion, which is kind of weird because some Cetrion players out there say they hate fighting Sub-Zero. So
yeah, I would have thought so. Like I would have thought that the Scarlet would probably fare a little bit better for the way that he likes to play Scarlet. But then again, like we've been watching Asadamatsi's Cetrion earlier today. Makoran's is slightly different. Generally the same sort of methodical approach, but Makoran, you know, unafraid to just play a little bit more aggressively, but that down 2 KB nice and early for Disarted. Gonna double down 2 just in case there was a break.
There's always potential that maybe this has been just a first game pick, you know, if the Cetrion just does not work, maybe we'll go back to Scarlet at some point, but it kind of looks to me like the Cetrion's doing just fine right now. Disarted, the Sub-Zero, really good execution on this guy. That's what you have to watch out for. That's why he often likes to take Rising Ice, for example. Those gigantic Rising Ice combos the character has. Anti-Air for Makoran. Oh, goes in for it, but has no meter to really get anything other than Natural Barrier. That was as much damage as you can get, but there goes the wins and finally gets the round.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, winners finals over here, if you're Makoran, this is really like your highlight tournament over here. You know, this is where you really want to push even further than you've ever gone before. And I think picking Cetrion is really like the right call in terms of the fact that she is just a better character, and he wants to play sort of with that comfort in mind. A great air-to-air right there. Tried to get the Deadly Winds pickup. Luckily for Makoran, did not get punished by that back point, as you saw Disarted try and reach for that. But the reversal counter with the slide in that situation.
There's the barrier once more. The barrier often used on block. Oh, there's that reversal punish though. Gotta watch out doing that Hell's Wrath against Sub-Zero. Oh, counter hit's gonna be so much damage. We say that Cetrion's not really a damaging character. That changes when she gets a counter hit. KB goes for, whoa, whatever that was.
Yeah, short hop attack. I'm not sure what he was fishing for over there, but this is Sub. We're talking about just raw slide over here in the neutral again.
Oh God,
yes,
what?
the KB.
I've never seen so many raw slides at this point of a tournament, Falcon.
He just feels it.
What? I'm gonna slide around. See you later, mate.
At that point, really, it's like it was a disaster piece for Makoran in the sense that it was just a wrong guess into a 50-50 fatal blow, right? Would have been it, but the slides, he still has that fatal blow as well in this last round, which is even scarier for Makoran, as he's got himself in the corner right now, unable to really find a way out as he's being overwhelmed by the pressure of Disarted Sub-Zero.
Mixed all day, every day as the creeping ice. Even more of it to come, and there's the back two, Disarted. I think that last round was stealing away momentum, and Makoran just totally unable to recover after that. Totally unable to. Now, Cetrion again? Maybe. But if this Cetrion doesn't work a second time, maybe we'll see the Scarlet.
Maybe. I mean, honestly, like you were saying before, Scarlet is Makoran's best character in our opinions. It's like we honestly he just plays that character very, very comfortably. And I think that sometimes it might just be worth going for the comfort pick. You know, even if the character isn't as good, it's just a matter of the fact that you know this character so comfortably in and out that you're kind of ready for things. You know, like stray pickups, to ready to convert those a lot more comfortably and such. But regardless of anything, Sub-Zero is still, you know, an evident problem. And the way that Disarted's playing against Makoran seems very frustrating, to be honest. I mean, once Makoran was in that corner, it was just a matter of guessing wrong 4 times in a row against 4-2, I think. Something like that.
It's the second you get put in the corner against creeping ice, it can be rather scary, you know, because there are certain instances where on hit or block or whatever, you can kind of jump out, maybe you can challenge, but there's just so much that Sub-Zero can throw at you that it really sometimes isn't as easy as that. Speaking of which, though, looks like Disarted's a bit eager to start things off with a slide. Now, on one hand, I do kind of respect it. You want to start things off with a bang, and you've got so much health to work with. You do a slide at the beginning and just buffer it into Amplify. Kind of like right now, you're going to get those KB requirements. You know, the slide needs 3 of the Amplifies to have that crushing blow.
There's also a very good chance it can tilt your opponent by opening straight out the gate like that, you know? Oh, overcommitment, though, against the breakaway. Makoran's gonna get himself a nice 2-1-3 punish over here. Forces the breakaway from Disarted as well. So they are now sitting on no defensive bars each if Disarted finds a solid hit. I was not expecting that slide right there, Ketchup, but that was so fast.
Disarted has gone for a significant... Yo, the reaction. Makoran getting the punish on that, seeing the ice ball and just low profiling it. That is kind of a tight window, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah. Slide. Okay, we all know it's coming. He spins it!
He did. Okay, plus frames, he got hit.
Oh my god.
The fatal blow was a questionable decision. I don't think he would have survived any hit over there. Unless he read the throw, but... Okay, that's going to get
really
confirmed.
expensive for Disarted, but he's actually going to get another combo here. Rising Ice forcing the break. Looks in for the grab, but the important thing is that he's still got Makoran in the corner, at least for now. As every hit comes out, though, she pushes herself out piece by piece.
As we're seeing Makoran chunk down this life bar in Disarted, there's a huge difference in damage, as you're going to see displayed to you right now. As we're seeing with the Rising Ice, drops the combo. Very uncharacteristic for a player like Disarted. Now back throw back into that corner. Makoran gonna keep him over there. Disarted has that fatal blow that you gotta watch out for. Very little scaling on that. One wrong guess could be it, but Makoran gonna keep him standing with that natural barrier. Deadly Winds trying to establish something, keep himself safe. And Disarted now has him in the corner. Oh, that could have been it.
We all saw the startup of that Sub-Zero forward too. I think if Disarted did it just a little bit earlier, then maybe that fatal blow would have completely stolen the game away, but he keeps Makoran in the corner. No flawless block on that barrier. It is a really tricky flawless block. There's so much you have to worry about. No breaker. No waits for the inevitable break. Looks for the low as well. There's the overhead. Oh, good lord. Here's the double Rising Ice. Drops the combo again!
Yeah, maybe some nerves from Disarted. Not too sure about that, but either way, that was a huge opportunity for him. Dropping that gonna cost him a fair bit, as you're gonna see that slide get punished by Makoran, albeit not for too much damage. Getting some nonetheless. A block on the forward two. This time Makoran gonna get another punish. Spinning a bar for only 20% though.
I mean, you get to significantly notice when you don't have the crushing blow punish. She does not hurt you that much at all. It's why Disarted will be taking these big risks, because you get punished, you lose 20%, who cares? However, that is going to be a 1-1. That was, for me, less about Makoran and more about Disarted being the cause of that loss. He had an opening in the corner. Those two bars, the reason he spends both bars there is because, if I remember right, you do a couple of Rising Ice, you do a couple of hits, 1-2-4 Ender does Crushing Blow because you've got enough hits in the combo, and that's about 50%. That's a huge
it's something
combo.
Ludicrous like that, between like 52 to 53. It's a lot of damage, and then I feel like something like that becomes infinitely scarier when the sub has Fatal Blow as well, because then you got to worry about the whole, instead of catching, you got the 1-2-4 Ender, just the straight up guess into game, really. That's an entire life bar essentially in that one sequence. But those drops, yeah, like you said, those really cost him that match, because he lost positioning, he was back in the mid screen, he was forced to play how Makoran wanted, and then he started letting out the slides, like we saw successfully before, but they didn't quite work out this time. We saw Makoran's defense step up that much more, but the punishes, albeit he got a lot of them, they didn't really hurt.
Oh wow, just an ice ball on its own at jump distance. Surprising stuff. Overcommits to the vine. Maybe not expecting a breakaway, because that's a punish with your name on it. Nice uppercut though. Knows the breakaway's coming. Squeezes out as much damage as you possibly can. There's the creeping ice. Makoran knows that's not real. You can jump the amplify, and he's able to escape the corner because of it.
Okay, the reversal counter with that slide. Gutsy decision right there from Disarted. Raw creeping ice off that flawless block jumping. Okay, Makoran, you see, just trying to play with this space at the moment. Neutral jump right there to blow up the advancement from the back 1-4 string. Now Makoran trying to use that back 3. Deadly Winds to push back Disarted a little bit. Disarted clearly fishing for a counter poke, trying to make that back 3 work for him, and no confirm from that jump in, but the forward throw is going to give him the Yoki that he might need to close out this round. Air to air through the interactable, and that is going to be that for Disarted.
Absolute control. Makoran doesn't have a defensive bar there. There are only one, so no far teleports possible. Got to try and fight your way out normally. Goes in for the regular telly. I kind of like that choice. A more unpredictable way of activating it, rather than just using it on its own, I suppose. That down 4. We trade down 4s back to back. Johnny Cage hype in the background over simple low pokes. Man needs to get a hobby. Oh, there's the down 2, though.
Okay, the forward 2 into the creeping ice. Scary situation if you're Makoran right now. No confirm to the ice ball from 2-1, but still a lot of damage on the table. Makoran has the fatal blow to work with, but this is looking a little bit bleak for him right now, Ketchup. We're seeing Disarted. Oh,
that wasn't intentional. That wasn't intentional, but the brutality definitely was. Traffic cone in the background, one nearby. I feel like that brutality's like, I want to be one of those. There you go. You become.
But yeah, honestly, Makoran right now, okay, so game number 1, that was pretty much, a bit back and forth between both players. Ultimately, Disarted came out on top. Game number 2, Makoran showing that he was able to keep his head cool when Disarted was choking combos, not able to really cash out on as much damage as he would have wanted, and generally had some drops, some execution problems. Game number 3 over here, this is looking, a little bit different. Disarted's definitely kind of got that momentum, and now we're seeing a situation where we could see Makoran play Scarlet, but generally speaking though, I think they seem to have the right idea with Cetrion. It just, there's a very big damage factor difference.
And Disarted is showcasing a lot of fearlessness here. The slides are absolutely messing with him, and okay, we had a one-sided defeat, which has encouraged. It's time to go back to Scarlet. I'm curious over this matchup. Oh, that was so clean.
That was very nice.
Forward 2 boiling point.
Okay, Disarted gonna try guarantee some pressure off that hip poke, but over here he's gonna get the confirm. Yeah, 2-1 into the ice ball. Keep him launched with the rising ice, end in that combo with the slide, push towards the corner. And then the escape failed as well to top things off for Disarted. He's got that back throw KB to work with. And you know that catch up earlier on, if you were not here, said that Sub-Zero's 4th throw has, double-digit plus frames. You get good Oki. The back throw is going to be the KB. And now Makoran really going to try and deny that. Has the plus frames.
Flawless blocks kept Makoran in this fight so far. The instant jump in did catch him. Another flawless block, but no meter to up 3 this time, plus frames. The down 1 challenges it. Hang on a second. Forward throw to loop and really give us what could be a match point. Baiting out the flawless block is Disarted. He knows that Makoran is so flawless block happy. Again, the staggers. Anything into fatal blow on his mind. Flawless block saves him again. A raw jump in and a grab.
Just going for it. He's playing very... Oh my goodness, that could have been slide punish, but it wasn't enough. The flawless block, not enough to mitigate that chip damage. That was going to be it. And now Disarted is on set point in winners finals, looking to make it into grands in winners side.
That would be unbelievable for him. I know he's going to be proud of his accomplishments, but being able to get grand finals of an EVO, not something I think he maybe ever expected. However, there's the 1-2-4. Full combo, just shy of 40%. The empty jump again, because such an obvious jump normally baits out a rather obvious flawless block, doesn't it?
It does, yes. You can tell he's trying to play with that. He's trying to play the mind games over here. A lot of mind games back and forth, obviously, at the highest level of Mortal Kombat we have over here to showcase for you guys in Europe. And that 4-2 not going to work out. It's stand for anti-air from max range right there from Makoran. He tries to get a bit of a pickup, but the flawless block reversal on the jump in from Disarted is going to establish things for him. A little bit of health back as well for Makoran from that bloodshot. Now Disarted has the fatal blow. Oh
no. Oh no. The break. Wait a minute. By going for a little bit of extra damage he has left on the board, doesn't commit. That was the opportunity. Oh my good lord. How did this round extend to where it is? Disarted, that was your round.
He didn't believe. He didn't even do the creeping ice. I mean, the creeping ice probably would have killed. And it would have kept you safe.
Really strange playing Sub-Zero and not believing.
Yeah, that's a real tough one right there for Disarted. Makoran managing to come out on top in that exchange. Now we are tied at 1 round apiece over here. Makoran fighting to keep himself in at the moment. Oh, another dropped combo from Disarted.
And that is going to do a lot of damage because this is boiling point Scarlet. Oh, just watch it drain. Almost 35%. Not too shabby. Able to jump the tentacle. They trade. Good trade for Makoran. The break. No KB for you. The block goes in for creeping ice for a bit more safety. Overhead versus overhead. There's the break. Potentially the last one I think we could see this whole game. No one's got any meter anymore.
They've completely expunged all of it at this point. That jump in is going to be clean. He doesn't have enough damage at the moment, I think, to kill, but it is going to do a big chunk of what Makoran has left.
Now, what's we going to see from this? We're going to see a lot of damage on the Fatal Blow, and now the grab versus strike. There is a bar of defensive meter. Makoran squeezes out a down one. The air-to-air picks it up and finds the conversion. Makoran, this boiling point was unnecessary, but we take it. And now, game 5 again. Sub-Zero versus Skarlet for now. I mean, are we going to see a Shang change, or surely Sub-Zero all the way?
I think, honestly, he might play Shang, because let's be real for a second, right? If you're having this many execution problems in winners finals, and they are definitely costing you these games, Shang's OS could really help you out. It could really, really help you out, and just consistently getting at least a set amount of damage on the table, where you're not in a situation you're going to get punished, like if you just whiffed Rising Ice like we saw in this game over here. But now in a game 5, I mean, this is an amazing way to pan out for winners finals, but Disarted, I guess, really needs to seriously consider the fact that these drops are costing him a lot.
And not much time to really think about it. Sounds a bit like Sub-Zero still getting picked, if my ears aren't lying to me, but there's always a chance to maybe, take that time out. In these online tournaments, right, this character select time in the lobby, it's kind of all you get for breathing space.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of room to think about what's been going wrong. At least in this case, it's rather obvious what Disarted is doing wrong here. They just need to tighten up the execution, because he's running out of time.
And also, I mean, I want to give a props to Makoran for that last conversion as well in that game. That was sick. That was a very, very patient conversion off that really goofy air-to-air into the stand 1 to the 4-4. That was just nice. You appreciate that when you play a lot of Mortal Kombat. Okay, Makoran now.
Again, the jump ins. This is one thing that Makoran, he's been getting a couple of anti-airs, but for the most part, when Sub-Zero gets that jump in, it is big damage. Now an early escape failed. Not a way you want to start a round.
Yeah, definitely not. You can see him fishing with that back one right there, trying to catch the hit on Makoran. Makoran trying to use that back one, did not work out for him. Counter hit right here. Disarted using the Rising Ice. Gonna be ending the entire combo. Clean combo right there. No drops this time. Looking a little bit better. The reversal counter slide, but the micro duck from Makoran building back a little bit of life. Oh my god! Catch up into the down 2 again. The one time he tried to throw over there, that was that. And now Disarted once again over here at set point, looking to make it into grand finals. But Makoran's been putting up a hell of a fight so far. See how he turns this around potentially.
If he can, the back step into back 1 to cool out the low. You actually rarely see that against Skarlet, but now it's time. The 1-2, I think he was maybe trying to bait a breakaway. Creeping ice, doesn't want to overcommit again. He knows Makoran has displayed that that's not real. Amplify could be jumped in on.
Yeah, forward 2 into the bloodshot right there. Tried to get the anti-air, did not work out. Now Disarted, he's definitely going to get the breakaway over here from Makoran. That he does. Makoran with a correct guess over there, blocks the overhead.
I love how he doesn't heal. He doesn't use the heal because he wants to keep Fatal Blow. So smart. Fatal, no! Doesn't confirm.
Yeah, that misconfirm could have potentially done something really bad for Disarted, but the double down 1 checks. Oh, he's pressing. He's pressing catch-up.
Oh, and the reverse throw to counter the press. Disarted does how many down 1s in a minute, but he is able to move his way into grand finals, where Sub-Zero and the flavors he's about to create will be waiting for one more opponent.
Sub-Zero wins.
What a happy guy.
Sub-Zero
enjoying his ice cream.
Scorpion on the front of it, dropped his ice cream. He's really upset. That's a profile icon. You see it online all the time. People just get hype over sad Scorpion. But I mean, yeah, that was a display and a half from Disarted, just pulling out that offense, turning it up to 11, and really giving us that final moment of, I'm going to go into grand finals whether you like it or not. Now, Makoran lying in wait and loses finals. And that entirely depends now between K-Top and Javier. The top 4 is officially decided.
It really is. I mean, that's wild, because now, obviously, Disarted, huge congrats to you making it into grand finals, a winner's side.